baby, yeah, we passed it for while it lasts. It's tragic, how this shit happen, no thoughts for action. I'm tactic, moving through traffic, cut all distractions like magic. Poof, pow, when I'm gone, I'm done hanging on.
What's up, folks? It's your boy Skull, and I'm here with my man Fresh the Legend. We had the Live to Be Legendary podcast, and I want to introduce one of the most well-rounded entertainers in the city. She's an actress, she's a singer, she's a talent coach, man. What is she not? Let's introduce Beyond Beauty. Beyond. Hey. Before you became Beyond, who were you? So who was Beyond before the entertainment, before the film?
Well, before the entertainment, I was someone who was always ambitious and wanted more out of life. I was always this motivational, inspirational person. Maybe because I was always going through stuff. My life was just full of, it was just dynamic, like ups, downs. And I guess that kind of naturally made me jump into this more motivational person so that I can not only help myself but other people. But the name Beyond Beauty itself came from a moment where I was going through a little breakup. Right. And I say little intentionally, okay? It was little. Okay? Because where are you? Nowhere to be found. Okay? But shade intended. I was very young, but I had a breakup and I was dumped. Right? But you know, the guy at the time was just like, I want to focus on school. And days later, I see this picture posted up with this new girlfriend of his, and he's like the most beautiful woman I've ever, mind you, we're kids, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And then I looked at it and said, you know what, he right, but I'm beyond beautiful. And so from there, I was coined Beyond Beautiful, and then I just shortened it to Beyond Beauty. That's how the name came.
How old were you when you did that?
I was a teenager. I was like 16, 17, you know. And ever since then, everything that was meant to destroy me, I would flip it and use it as my power in a way. So Beyond Beauty is not just a name. It was never a depiction of my looks. Right. It was always about who I am from within, and just never limiting myself, always going above and beyond everything.
Where you from Philly? What part of Philly you from?
North.
All right, North with an F.
Come on, come on. Do you hear the
So what part of your childhood, or did your childhood have influence on who you are today? So outside of what happened with Main Man.
He is not the basis or the foundation of my life. Let me tell you that for sure. But in terms of my upbringing, I come from a very big family. I come from a family of, I'm one of 9. So
mess with her.
I literally, but no, the good thing is I learned how to deal with dynamic people, all types of people, whether it's introvert, extrovert, hype, you know, all types of personalities. I learned to balance them all while still managing myself. And I never had to fight for attention because everyone had their own unique individual personality. Growing up, of course I was from North, so I seen a lot. Dealt with.
What school you went to?
I went to Massbomb.
Oh yeah. That's Southwest, ain't it?
No, that's in the Northeast. That's like, look, that's like K&A, right?
Yeah,
that's Kensington. Yeah. Family loss. Like I lost my 2 brothers when I was very young to the streets. And mind you, they weren't even in the streets. You know, like the same old, same old. Some things never change. But it definitely taught me to stay on my P's and Q's. It taught me to love and forgive. It taught me to forgive. It taught me to not take people for granted. It taught me to not do things or excel in things for myself, but for my people, my family. Everything I do is not for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's, you know, of course, like I'm human, so of course some of it is selfishness, but the majority of it is so that my brothers and my sisters can see there's a way out. My neighbors, people that I grew up with can see I ain't got to be a product of my environment. My mom and dad seeing that they actually did something great in life based on the work that their children are putting in, you know. So that really had an effect on everything that I do and everything I am today, really.
As it should. So within the 9,
Yeah.
where do you fall in the 9?
I am the oldest girl, and I think, I'm the sixth. I'm the sixth child. So it was 3 older than me.
She's the oldest girl, though.
But I'm the oldest girl.
Right,
Yeah.
so in the bunch, would you consider yourself to be like the leader of the siblings?
Yeah, man, I'm keeping a buck. I think my brothers and sisters know what's up. Y'all know who the president of the family is for real. Like, let's not cap. But I wear it proudly, and I'm just not scared. I literally, no matter what happens, like something could go left. Where's the solution? You know, I'm not panicking. I'm not antsy. I'm real chill. I'm calm, cool, collective. I'm calculating. You know, and I think everybody in a group or a family has that person. And I just come from a family where all my siblings are strong. You know, they all think like me, but in terms of who's going to be the one to just take charge, it's going to be me.
You're the leader of the Sibs. I'm just saying what she said, y'all. That's what she said. You're the leader of the Sibs. But you also got your own company. Was it Beyond You Can Be? Beyond You Can Be is my coaching program. Yeah. Yes. And you're also Vice President of Won't Quit Entertainment. Yes, Won't Quit ENT Incorporated. Absolutely. Yes. So you wear that leader tag almost all over. Is that something that you like want to be? Did that just fall in your lap? I fought it for so long. Yeah. I fought being a leader for so long. When I was in school, you know, I was always the person that teachers were like, oh, I wish there were more of her, you know, based on just like how serious I took things and how I just didn't waste people's time, man. And when I got into different group settings, like my girl group, when I was in Aviance, I guess we'll talk about that later at some point. Anyway, I was essentially the de facto leader, and I would literally wrestle with that. And for so long, I'm like, no, I'm not. And it was just like, it's just, you got to step into it. So sometimes you just got to step into the leadership because other people will see it in you when you don't, or when you don't want to see it. How did Aviance come about, since we own that?
Before you get to Aviance, what's the difference between Beyond You Can Be and Won't Quit Entertainment?
So Beyond You Can Be is my coaching program. I am an actress, full-time actress, and so I really love film. I love storytelling. I love the idea that you can transform into a whole different person and just take the words off someone else's page and make it visual. So I'm a very visual person. So when it came to people wanting advice for how to get on stage, how to act, how to perform, it's not just a coaching program for actors, it's a coaching program for all performer types, because I do come from singing, I do come from public speaking, and all that good stuff. So what happens is there's a shift that has to happen mentally in the mind so that people can discover who they truly are. And right now, everyone in this room is the greatest version of you is just waiting to be exposed, right? Sometimes we're in the way. So what my coaching program does, it just kind of like takes the lid off of those hindrances and allows you to explore your potential, your greatest potential. And so Beyond You Can Be allows you to reach the point that you didn't even think you could reach. It's beyond where you are. So that's the coaching program essentially, but then Won't Quit ENT ain't. Shout out to Black Deniro.
Shout out Black Deniro.
CEO of Won't Quit ENT. I'm the vice president of Won't Quit ENT. We're a media production film company. And so have about 7 films under the belt, working on the 8th and the 9th as we speak. And so just getting real stories out there, real life stories with real actors, people that really want it. You know, a lot of people's lives are being changed based on the opportunities we present, right? So people who probably never gotten a chance in anything at life have the opportunity to either be a production assistant or to, you know, be a first AD, to be a director of photography, and then walking in with Won't Quit ENT to enter into rooms that they never thought they'd be in is really shifting something for the community and shifting something in media, independent media altogether. So.
Before let's go into Aviance, I just want one more question before that.
Yeah.
Were you singing? Because obviously everybody knows she's a poppin' actress. But my thing is, were you singing first and then acting, or were you acting then singing?
I was singing first and then acting. But let me just go all the way back in the day. I was writing first. So I'm a published poet too. I did a lot of writing I spent a lot of time in the room, y'all. I didn't go outside. That's why y'all don't believe I'm from North. That's why y'all think I'm lying, but I'm not lying. So I spent a lot of my time writing, storytelling, and then one day I had this friend, he was a rapper, and he was like, hey, I want you to sing on this track. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even sing. What? And so he like, I believe in you. What? You believe in me? Never heard me sing a day in my life. And so me just like being spontaneous, I'm like, all right, let's go. So I went to the studio with him, sung on his track, took it back to the whole neighborhood. They're like, no, you gotta do this for real. So then I started singing for real. And then one day I went to a photo shoot party and I met this makeup artist and I'm just talking with her. And she's like, you sound like you know how to sing. Sing something. I'm like, what? How can you, like, what? And so I started singing to her. I forget what I sung to her, but then she called her godfather in. He was the CEO and founder of this studio company, and they were looking for a girl to fill a singing group. And so I auditioned, and I just became a part of Aviance. Then from there I was singing before film, but then one day I just woke up and was like, what is something I know I should be doing? I don't feel fulfilled. Something's just not happening for my life right now. And then something said, start acting. And I was like, but I'm so late in the game. How, you mean, like, just start acting. Just go to an audition one day. I tried out for this audition, for this agency. They booked me for something the next day.
We're gonna get to that. Hold up. Aviance.
Yeah.
Been through traffic, cut all distractions like magic. Poof, power when I'm gone. I'm done hanging on.
So when did you know that it was acting that you gonna go full throttle? Because right now you going hard. You didn't drop out 3-4 leading role movies. So when did you know this is what I'm gonna do and I'm about to lock in with this and other things gonna take a back seat, if they're even taking back seats?
I'd be a fool to not keep going in the direction that works.
Right.
I found my calling.
I was just calling you, like,
You know,
it's
I
like
found it.
it's rolling right now.
And I realized that it's what I wanted when I have no sleep. I'd be studying all into the weeny hours of the night. Sometimes I wouldn't get any sleep, and I'm like really going crazy trying to remember lines. I knew I loved it when I would just watch YouTubes of actors talking. I knew I loved it when I would just read books about other people's experiences acting. Like, I would just become just a nerd for the space. And then I knew I loved acting when I just wanted to be around it.
Right.
You won't catch me being like, oh, you're a lead actress, so we can't dare ask her to do certain things. Oh no, you need a PA?
Yeah.
You need a production assistant?
All right, well, it's a PA.
You need a first assistant director?
Right.
Okay.
You need somebody to do the call sheets?
Right.
I just want to be around it. I don't give a darn. But now, please don't ask me to get the coffee. See, that's the only part I'm gonna ask. Now. But other than that, I just want to be around film. I want to be like when people just talk about it. Like, so I like being around people who just love talking about their character in a movie or something. And they'll just say, you know, I feel like with my character is doing this and they're thinking this way. And I'll just be like, I like you. I like you. You trying to understand what's happening. You trying to understand our world. And I remember one time I tried to, I attempted to do that with somebody, and they actually have work that they've done consecutively. Went all over their head. Just was looking at me like, girl, why you wasting time talking about this movie? Right. Why you wasting time talking about our characters? I'm like, I'm trying to get us to understand each other, because I'm not Beyond Beauty right now. I'm not Kenisha. Right. I'm this character. Right. So I want you to understand this character. And they just wasn't feeling me when I was trying to break it down.
This just came in my head. It's a fresh question, but you said the character part. This is the fresh question not written down. But you remember when they said the actor in the Joker died after he was like, I don't know, say he died because he was like playing the character so well.
He was stuck in it.
Yeah, tell me about that. Like, I mean, I'm ignorant when it comes to the acting world. It's like, how can you? Yeah, like, all right, you're a woman, so you gotta be like, you play. Yeah, how do you say it?
How can you get that deep into a character that you lose yourself? You no longer who you are.
Great question. I hear a lot of stories of method actors being caught up in that whirlwind.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Method acting is a technique. It's an acting technique that allows you to pull from like real life experiences and memories and to actually make it real for you in the character's world. The downside to that is sometimes you're opening up doors that you just should have never opened. Sometimes you're reliving things you should just never relive. And sometimes it just doesn't necessarily work for certain roles or certain scenarios, because let's say, for example, you're in a scene and your girlfriend dies, right? But the thing in your life that you love the most your entire life was your dog, Roxy. Right. To imagine that your dog dies on screen is not going to look real, because you're standing over a human being. So that expression that you're giving from a dog would never be the same as you would for a human. Absolutely. So it doesn't work in that case. So you should, in most cases, I wouldn't pull from like real life experiences. Now you can pull from real world people and imagine them in other scenarios in your mind. Use your imagination, but yeah, me personally, I wouldn't pull from like traumatic experiences.
It's a dangerous place.
It's a dangerous space, and most people seek therapy after that. But that is the art of becoming. You have to find a creative way to become your character. You know. Me personally, I like a challenge. So I like to use my imagination. I think as adults, we stray so far away from that. And children actually are the ones, they have it good. They're the best at it. So it's a challenge for me to pull from things that never happened before to me and really make it real. I'm excited about those opportunities, right? I don't want to pull from real life. I don't want to. Because next thing you know, I'm in the, what is it? That movie where the boy came in the house started. I'm in the crib just fighting on people because I can't get over my history. No, I'm good. But that's essentially what that is.
Wow, I learned something. Thank you.
When was it? Tell me about a time when it wasn't so beautiful, when it wasn't so pretty, like what you said, like snotty nose, when you felt like you had a brick wall in the acting world. A time where you might have thought that maybe this ain't for me. How you bounce back?
The streak that you see me on right now is the streak after I gave up. So I actually started acting. I've been in acting seriously now for about 5 years. And before that, I tried about 8 years ago. But it was the pressure of me being in a singing group, us traveling all around the country, out the country, and also I was in a relationship at the time, and it was that pressure of, you never have no time for me. You never have no time for me. So I would kind of put a lot of the things that I wanted to, it was the external pressures. I kind of put it on the back burner and was like, oh, I'll get to it later. And then, but it wasn't me giving up like, I don't think I can do this. It was more so like, I gotta be here for my team. I gotta be here for, my partner and stuff like that. So, but then one day I just screw it. I'm going after it all. and whoever here, y'all just going to have to go along for the ride.
So the bounce back was the blockout.
Yeah.
Being tunnel vision on what you want, and then just blocking out all the external things that are going to distract you from that. I.e., like that boyfriend or girlfriend that's saying like, you don't have no time for me, or that other little side thing. You just tunnel vision. Just blocking it all out.
I'm learning.
I think it's so important to, because it's still something I'm learning to this day. Love your career, love what you're doing. And I'm saying this for women because we get so career driven that we forget that family matters. We forget that love life matters. And let's be real, like love life is his own boat. Like it's just as it weighs just as much as career if you really see yourself being with that person. So always practice time management, prioritization. That stuff goes a long way because if you're an actress or an actor, like that stuff, it actually helps your career. Right. It actually helps your acting really when you got a lot going on. When you're going through heartaches, and not even just heartaches, but when you're going through highs and lows, like you can use that. You can use that stuff.
And most entertainment fields, it helps though.
Musicians too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you is about your preparation. Because like to your point, you've been on the street for the last like 5 years. So what's your preparation like?
Been on the street sound crazy, but
what I'm saying, you've been cooking.
I'm a lady, Roscoe. I'm a lady.
But you've been cooking though. You've been cooking. You've been dropping movie after movie, and most recently, it's been a lot of lead roles. Yeah. Right. So what's a beyond trick that you, or maybe not even a trick, a method that you use that ensures you or gives you the greatest possibility of getting a role, right? Like, so what's your preparation?
So I would definitely say less is more. I keep it very simple. For one, I think a vital piece to any performance is relaxation. Like, you really have to understand relaxation. No drinking, no smoking. Never be under the influence. I cannot express how many times I've been around people who have to do that in order to relax. But that's not relaxation. Because your brain is not with you.
That ain't even you.
Your mind is not with you. So relax as in, if everybody else is filming on set, instead of laughing, joking around and all that, go in a nice little corner and take a nap. Like, really go to sleep. Like, relax. And wake up and get ready to go. Put a breath mint in. But then be ready to go. Relaxation is so vital. And I say, when you're looking, do not look through a script to only look for your lines. Yeah. Like, really understand the entire world of every character, and then start to see, how does my character fit with everybody else's? Like, how do I kind of like intertwine with everyone else?
So understand your relationship with your character and the other characters in that relationship. Just
figure out, like, who am I? Yeah. You know, like, who am I? What do I want? What's stopping me from getting it? That will awaken a whole different delivery and performance once you discover like what the stakes are. Because in real life, it's always stakes. Right. Like, everything is at stake in real life. You know, there was a lot at stake for me to get here today. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm not 15 minutes late. You know, I hope you forgive me. You know, I'll make it work.
That brings me to, since you say character development, right? Like, talk about the importance of character development. Why is it important for you to understand your character? Why is it important for you to build that? Can you talk about that and how you do it?
So it's so important to, for one, let's get back to the basics. Read the script. And sometimes the information is there looking you dead in the face. Right. Sometimes you will tell on yourself in the dialogue, but then sometimes others will tell on you in the dialogue, and really look for that. When you think about your world, of course, everything that's a part of your world will actually be there in the script, but you have to start to justify everything. Right. You know, when you say a certain line to Johnny in the script, why are you saying that to him? Right. Why are you saying that to him? And then think back as to what in you, like what from your life and your experiences based on the character would make you approach it that way, and then maybe that'll tell you something about yourself. Right. In terms of the development, once you get all the research and information from the script, you start to create a world for your character. Right. Start studying other films. You know, if you're supposed to play, I don't know, a gangster in a movie, throw on some movies from back in the day, or study something on not necessarily that, YouTube. Right. You know, get into the minds of a gangster. Like, let me look into some people who successfully made it through. I'm talking about going back to Prohibition days. Like, yeah. I'm talking like 1930s. Yeah. Like, go into like some real mindset of a gangster, like, and how do they get away with it? And how are you going to get away with it, type of thing. So I say study people that are in the profession. YouTube is my best friend when it comes to that. I remember I had to play a character that was a little off, and I was just studying people who had mental issues, you know, and having sympathy and not judging them. Never judge your character, because that's who you are. And when you are playing that character, you don't think something's wrong with you. Like, if somebody is like acting like a lunatic right now, and you say, why are you acting like that? They're gonna say, well, why am I acting like what?
That's what happens after dark?
No. And I'll talk about that. Yeah. But just don't judge the character. Yeah. You know, that's who you are. Fall in love with who you are. I also like to think, what makes me similar to them and what makes them not similar to me? And being mindful of the things that I'm not similar to, so that I don't judge them. Right. And so that I make sure I'm acting the part to play those things that are the differences, because I don't want to be biased. Like, oh, I ain't acting like that because that ain't me. Nope, you got to act like that. Mm-hmm. Even if it ain't you.
I definitely feel like them British actors, they do a great job of studying our culture and us, because when I see them playing, like how the boy played in Snowfall.
Yeah.
I was thinking they'd be Americans. A lot of these black actors that I think are Americans, they be killing our American roles, be from Britain. So I feel like they mastering studying.
Well, their training is different.
Mm-hmm. Explain that.
Their training is on a whole different level. When we say we go to school for acting, we just graduate from high school and, you know, we just enter a program for like about 6 weeks, 12 months, something like that. Their training is, they're literally going to school, like that's embedded in their school systems, like, and their training is so intense, they don't play games. I think it's just a matter of, like, say, for example, I see a difference between Philly actors and New York actors. And it's because the training setup is different over there. Like, the heart of their entertainment is theater. So what do you think is over there? Mm-hmm. Theater training. And people who are serious about it have no choice but to enter into those spaces and really just take it serious. And then the training is just impeccable, man. Like, I think when it comes to you being an actor, you have to really know your market. Right. And if the market is not fulfilling what you need done, you need to move. You need to leap. Yeah, you can't be afraid to move.
Like, I'm more in the music world, right? Like, I'm heavy music boy.
Okay.
But one thing that I peeped, and like I'm ignorant, but you helped me out. What I peeped was like Tubi helped out the independent film scene, because I wasn't into the independent films unless I seen it on YouTube. I'm not watching a movie on YouTube. It's not happening. So when Tubi came out, I'm like, okay, I'll actually watch it, because it's actually a set for it, a platform for it, and there's a lot of picks from, and it's my people that I could see. Yeah. I just felt more close to it. So I appreciate, and I'm not even an actor, and I appreciate Tubi for highlighting independent artists and highlighting local artists and giving them a platform. I think that's very beautiful. I would love to know the story about even how that came about. I feel like in the music world, we need to have our own platforms where we can highlight ourselves as opposed to trying to run to the biggest and best. and build our own to become the biggest and best. You know what I mean? Like Spotify and them are only Spotify and them because we go to their advertisement, but we are the market. We got all the hip hop artists, so we can come together, create our own distribution. That's another story. But back to you.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about Tubi and what Tubi did for actresses like yourself in smaller market movies? I'm gonna say.
Oh man, I'm grateful for Tubi because it gave the independent filmmakers a place to play.
Okay.
And it allows not only, it just stretches you in terms of like, everybody from your hometown can say, oh, this is a great film. But then now you have more eyes looking at you. Now you have more opinions. Now you have more critiques and reviews. And the competition is real. The competition is real on Tubi. And you'll learn about your writing style, your whole production. You'll begin to see, this is what's working, this is what isn't working. Maybe I should pivot and kind of go this direction. Yeah. So I think it just challenges you to get better, because never get afraid of the competition. I think it helps you and embrace the competition. I think it exposes where you can grow, like room to improve and stuff like that. So I love Tubi for that sense, because I haven't been in film entirely too long, so I don't know let me stop. I've always been a damn character, always damn actor. I just, really just, I'm not gonna downplay it. I just know that it was probably different years ago when movie theaters was the go-to, and then it was a struggle to kind of be seen. But now, Tubi is like, where the independent filmmakers at? Like, and then after all those strikes was going on, man, it discouraged a lot of people.
Right. I was gonna say that.
And Tubi is just like, come home to Papa.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna be there.
Tell our audience the feeling, because we have people that's chasing their dreams watching us. We market to the ones that want to believe in themselves. That's why we're living to be legendary.
Yeah.
So tell our audience the feeling you got when you first watched your first movie on Tubi.
I feel like I was that girl. But when I first saw it.
Tell us the movie, tell where you was at, come on.
Where was I at? I saw it for the first time in a movie theater. And then, so I went to the movie theater, I watched myself on screen. So the first time I saw myself on, all right, y'all. So I've seen myself on screens before, let me just say that. But in terms of like film, was JENNIE the movie. And please, shout out to the whole cast and crew. Shout out to Black Deniro for writing it. I was JENNIE. Go watch What's Done After Dark, okay? Go watch Elementary, please, on Tubi.
Elementary was a good joint.
Yeah.
I seen that by accident.
Yeah. A lot of people reached out to me like, I didn't know you did this. Yeah. But I saw it on the big screen and I was like, I'm really acting. Because at that time, I didn't have any training. Yeah. I just jumped straight off the music boat and just jumped into a film. And, well, let me not lie to you. I was doing commercials and stuff, but then when I saw it on Tubi, I was like, dang, I could really watch this on like in the middle of the night. Yeah. And then I was able to share it with people, and then my family that's not of town that couldn't come to the premiere, they were able to watch it and stuff like that. And then I had people come up to me all the time like, you that girl that.
How does that feel? Tell us how that feels. That matters. We want to know, how does that feel to be, walking in the mall or down South Street and somebody recognize you from a movie opposed to because you were Aviance at first? Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah. And people, funny thing is, people only recognize me from Aviance when I have blue hair on. Yeah. So I would get that all the time when I had blue hair, like, oh, you the girl from Aviance. But being just like Kenisha Pinckney now, it's gratifying, man, because then it's like I really had a performance that made you remember me. Like I made an impression, basically, like for you to even remember me, because, it's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of people and things and movies on Tubi, so it's just like for you to remember me out of all the movies you probably did watch, because most people that watch Tubi ain't watching just one movie.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? So that was nice for me. I'm like, all right, I gotta keep going.
And what started the poet Then she became a singer, actress, coach, all that. But we asked her for some questions. We like to give artists the chance to give us questions they want to ask. And she was like, no, just do your research, which we're going to do anyway. But what I want to say about her, she's Googleable. Like, I Googled her name, and everything came up. So a lot of people are popping on the gram, maybe 100,000 followers, right? You know what I mean? You got your little ego with that. But if I go on Google, I can't even find you. So you only on that network, where this queen is on Google, Tubi, YouTube, and Instagram, and Facebook, and Spotify, and Tidal. Like,
And a lot of that is what I go over in my coaching program. Whereas though that's all a part of your brand awareness and getting you at the top of Google searches. So it really is important. I remember I was working for this one company, and someone reached out to me like, I didn't know you was an actress. I tried to keep it so low. Oh, Lord. I tried to keep it under wraps. But they found me when they Googled me, Lord. I was like, now why you going back looking for me, Willis? Like, why you looking for me? I was so like, I try to be so secretive. But, you know, that was the part of the grind, man. I worked hard to get that to that point. Yeah, it's all about, it all has to make sense. Everything about your brand has to make sense. Everything you post has to connect to your brand. Everything you say has to connect to your brand. Everything that you are has to connect to your brand. And your intrusive thoughts, don't post it. You know, those late night, you want to clap back, don't post it. Like, put it in your close friends. Don't post everything you feel, especially if, now for those who are taking social media serious as a marketing tool, you know, if you're using it as a marketing tool, hear the words that I'm saying. But if you're someone that's just like, you just want to follow what your auntie and them doing over on the south side, then go ahead. You know, just post whatever you want. Some people just have social media to stay connected to their friends and family. I'm not talking to those folks. I'm talking about those folks who really have entertainment as their career. So,
what's the most takes you ever to do?
The most takes?
Yeah, I wonder. I be hitting them joints. I can't act.
Well,
I don't have the patience.
As many, listen,
Come on,
the take, I don't have a number because,
more than 20?
No, time is money. We can't do no 20 takes.
Oh, all right, bet.
No, the takes that we do are the ones that the DP or the director of photography says, okay, I'm getting another angle. And best believe I'm going to perform my best in each angle. Yeah. Because I'm not about to sit here and turn around and to the director of photography say, sorry, I didn't feel like I was this enough. No, bro, you don't do that.
What your table readers for?
You know, that's what your table, well, that's what homework and studying and rehearsals are for. But never, when the camera is rolling, what camera do I look into? Yeah. When the camera is rolling, don't you dare stop your lines and say, oh my God, I messed up. Don't you dare.
Keep cooking.
Keep cooking, as coined by him. You know, like, you just say, you take a moment. I had a scene where I was working with this guy. He was great. He was so great at what he did. And when people are great, I don't feel pressure or anything, because I feel like that's what we all here for, to be great, right? So he does this thing, and then, man, I lost the line. So while I'm in intense stare with him, I'm like, and I'm saying my lines, and then I stop, and then I put my head down. I give it 5 seconds, then I throw the lines again, and then I went all the way through. Yeah. But I never stopped to say, oh, can y'all stop rolling? No, baby girl, because as the editor, I'm not trying to go through all them files. Oh, wow. Girl, I'm trying to chop and screw this one little file right here that we not doing that today. Yeah. So I literally you just got to take a moment, pause, and then get back into it, because they know what's happening when you actually pause. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you, this one for you. You ever use your acting skills in real life?
You know, that's like one of the questions I get all the time, because people think I'm not genuine in certain situations, like, oh, you just acting. There's no way I can act this. There's no way I can act caring for you, loving you, all that stuff. Like, you want to know what the funny thing is? Actors that actually do that look like they're acting. So if I'm acting in real life, you can see that I'm acting in real life. It's hard to explain, but there's no way. So, for example, I I think I came in the house one time with my family, and I came in and was just like, y'all, like, I can't do this no more, y'all. Like, and they like, what? What did you going through? I'm like, I just can't do this no more. Like, it just, I forget what it was I was doing. But they was like, yeah, okay. And then I thought I was acting distraught and frustrated, but they can see all through it. Yeah. So it's like, I can't act my real life. I don't know. It's just kind of hard to explain. But that's one of the things that I would never do. Because I take the craft so serious, I would never abuse it. Yeah, I can tell. I would not abuse it. I would not abuse a God-given gift on people in real life. That's dirty.
Yeah. No, I like that.
That's crazy work. I wouldn't. I don't do that.
So of all the movies that you've been in, right?
Yeah.
We can. What Happens After Dark, Access, JENNIE, Elementary. List literally goes on. What's your favorite role? What's your favorite film?
She gonna say all of them.
I'm not gonna do y'all like that again. I would definitely say What's Done at the Dark.
Why?
It allowed me to really explore my range. JENNIE allowed me to do that too, because I haven't done as many roles where I'm the soft, naive girl, you know. Yeah. And I would say that was the first one that stretched my emotional range, but What's Done at the Dark really did it this time. Yeah. It really did it. The homework I did, the preparation, I was very careful to not go too deep into my character, but to the point where I couldn't get out of it. But it's a really good, it really allowed me to just like surprise myself. At that time, also, you have to peep, I'm vice president of the company. I'm doing project management. I'm wearing a lot of hats on set, and I still have to dive into my character, which was the lead role of the movie. So I think it challenged me from that end as well, but I took it all serious. Like it was really a great film.
Listen, go see What Happens After Dark.
What's Done at the Dark?
Go see it. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't gonna tell you the movie, but the end of the movie had me scratching. Had me looking at you different. I had me looking at you different. I was like, sis, a little off.
So I got a challenge for you.
You're doing too much.
All right, I got a challenge for you. Before we get out, I got a challenge for you. See if you accept it or not. If you don't accept it, right, we gonna cut it out. Cause I mean, leave my friends in the bathroom. We gonna see.
Nah, I ain't doing nothing extra.
What?
I already know what you about to ask
tell
me,
me.
and I'm about to say no.
All right, I'm gonna ask you.
Well, I also am not a mind reader.
All right, I'm about to tell you.
I could be acting.
I want to see, right, if you could do, because this is on spot, y'all. I didn't train for this, like a 20-second monologue, like for people to see the power of just like any monologue you choose, any scene, like it don't gotta be a long joint, like a monologue. On the gram, we watch people do monologues like their favorite scenes and they act it out. It'd be kind of amazing to me.
It is amazing, and I'll say the best monologue is on What's Done at the Dark. Go to Tubi. Like What's Done at the Dark? What's Done at the Dark? Gotta do that. I gotta plug. I gotta do the plug.
As you should.
What's Done at the Dark?
And that's on Tubi?
Yeah.
Okay, I seen something on Prime too.
Elementary's on Prime. Yeah. No, but that's the best monologue.
Say less.
Either ors.
Yeah, little either ors. Viola Davis or Angela Bassett.
Come on, man.
No.
No. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to go with Angela Bassett. I feel so connected to her life, her pathway. I feel so connected to her, yeah.
Okay. Sanaa Lathan or Taraji P. Henson.
You're not right. You're not treating me right. This ain't right.
That's hard.
This abuse. I'ma definitely say, dang, I can't. I'm gonna feel bad if I say one over the other. I'm gonna have to go with Taraji. I'm gonna have to go with Taraji P. Henson.
She got longer.
Not even just that. I just feel like I always like the character she played, because I'm like, oh yeah, I can play that. Yeah, you know, like I feel connected to her character choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gabrielle Union or Lupita?
You out of pocket. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna regret these in my sleep. I love Gabrielle though. I met her when I was like 11. Yeah. And I was in the Eagles box seats, and her and Morris Chestnut was in there. And they took a picture with me, and I was too young to even understand what was happening. I was mad when I got older. For that reason, I'm gonna have to give it to Gabrielle, man. She wouldn't remember me from a can of paint, but you're in my heart.
You never know.
Yep.
You never know. Megan Good, Keke Palmer.
My boy's go cooking.
Good, Keke. I'm gonna say Keke Palmer. Yeah, she got some. When she has her moments in film, she's real. Like her range is. She got a nice range. She got a nice range. She can get silly. She can get very serious and intense. Yeah, and I will always be a fan of Akilah and the Bee. It's just always gonna be.
I got one. Morgan Freeman and Samuel Jackson.
It's gonna have to be Sam, man. He be just snapping. I'm like, yeah, he my kind of guy, man. He just be snapping on everything. And I like the fact that he doesn't see any role as too small. Like he just always went after every role. Like, and his grind is just impeccable, man.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I love Morgan Freeman too because his voice is so soothing. I really thought he was God in the Sky that movie.
Every movie he like that bull. Like,
yeah, I thought so.
I seen in your bio you said that you said you help people monetize off their talent.
Yes.
So how would if it was a singer, aspiring singer, rapper, how would you tell them how they can monetize off their talent?
That's a very big question, and I actually, through Beyond You Can Be Coaching, this is not like a drop or anything like that, but everyone's individual journey is different. And so in the coaching program, once we get to the part where it's time to start making money off your brand, we navigate those spaces. It could look different for any and everybody. Monetize your talents is not just necessarily a social media thing. It's also a just how you use everything in you to just make money.
What does it mean to you to live to be legendary? What is that? To
live to be legendary means, which can do I look into? I'm trying to go after the soul, okay? To live to be legendary is to live beyond yourself. You know what? Let me take my beyond out, because I don't want to seem like I'm trying to plug the two entities together. But to live to be legendary is you leaving an impact, you leaving a footprint behind for others to walk or navigate through. So never look at what you're doing right now as a means to just getting you on. It's more so like how is the work that you're putting in also creating a way for the people that come after you or that are following behind you. So that's a legend when your name and the work that you've put in ring bells for years to come. That's what it means to be legendary.
Cooking. You done sat here and grilled this whole situation. Well, I ain't got nothing else to say, folks, but that's what it means to live to be legendary. Make sure y'all legendary every day.
So we have Beyond Beauty, we have Sko, I'm Fresh to Legend. Follow us on the ground, like, subscribe, and continue to live to be legendary. Peace.
Live to be Legendary is proudly sponsored by Philly Real Estate Services and Solutions. Are you a Philadelphia landlord in need of expert landlord-tenant services? Look no further. Philly Real Estate Services and Solutions is here to represent you in landlord-tenant court, ensuring a smooth and hassle-free experience. Give them a call at 610-235-7998. Again, the number is 610-235-7998.